when you pee on your hands.
Welcome to another episode of Velocity Chaos! Hello and welcome here to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are coming to you at the speed of sound, and we are on the air at the Hexapod Soundhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Luke, and I am joined by the rock-solid Nick.
Oh, yeah. Listen to those pecs. Yeah, rock solid. I'm going to do the whole show like this today. It's going to be terrifying and terrible. Just kidding. My name is Nick. Welcome to the 71st episode of the Velocity Chaos Podcast. It is going to be a blast. I want to welcome our tried, trusty, true, our one and only. If he's not here at noon, he's here at midnight. DJ Midnight.
What's up, guys? It's another late one. Thanks for having me out tonight.
He likes to crack the cold chili ones at the strike of 12. All right, here we go. Luke, tell us what we got in store today.
Well, we got some, how does it do that? What are QR codes doing right now? Yeah, we got a classic game of Buzzkill, the variety topic generated segment by DJ Midnight. And then we're going to top it off with some master debaters. And what I would like to tell you is, for our returning listeners and a note for our new friends, here at the Velocity Chaos Podcast, we explore the highest heights of human knowledge and the lowest depths of crude humor. Our mission is to tinkle in the toilet, and then tickle that pink thing between your ears, poke that frontal lobe, and make sure we wash our hands before we do it. So hop in and buckle up for an infotainment ride across the airwaves.
Oh, yeah. Before we get into it, guys, go hit us up on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod, and on Facebook. You can find us both places, livin' and thriving. You can hit us up at velocitychaospodcast@gmail.com if you want to give us really cool ideas for the show, or if you just want to say hi. Hit us on multiple places. Also, drop us some stars on iTunes, some love on Spotify, and toss us a sub on YouTube. Our podcast is all over the freaking place, so you can watch us. You can listen to us. You can smell us probably pretty soon here. If you're interested in that, we'll be sure to send you a nice jar of Luke, Aqua de Luke. Oh, yeah. Anyway, thank you as always for your support. We love you. Hope you love us too. Bye.
Good episode.
Just killed it with those intros, man. Everyone's so excited and wet.
We smell like meat and cheese.
Smell like petunias.
What we're going to do here, we're going to jump right into this. We're going to do our warm-up segment of every show. Make the connection. DJ Midnight's going to give us a couple words that we got to go to and fro. And then, but we're not just going to go willy-nilly. We've added the element of chaos in dice form. A couple of D6s, 2 6-sided dice are going to be rolled, and that is going to be our target to land on that target word. DJ Midnight, what you got for us?
Our numbers today are 8. You have to reach this connection in 8.
All right, what words do we
Our
have?
numbers today are 8.
Brought to you by the number 8.
I'm sorry. I just had to put our numbers are 8. I'm sorry. That's great. That's great because I know I was looking at 2 dice too. I thought you were gonna say 2 and 6, but I was like, okay,
Nope,
8.
just 8.
That's my chaos element today, boys.
I like it.
Gotcha.
Throwing us curveballs
Keeping us on our
early.
toes.
Curveballs early. What's the words we got today?
Coming in hot, I want you guys to make the connection from yoga to rock and roll.
All right, and 8. We gotta connect yoga to rock and roll.
Not counting yoga, but landing on rock and roll in 8. All right, I'll start it off. Yoga.
Flexible.
Dancing.
High kicks.
Karate.
Oh shit. Oh, kung fu.
Kung fu. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Kung
Just do
fu.
whatever comes to your mind. We got 3.
we got a lot
We got
to play
plenty of
with.
runway.
Jump in.
Jackie Chan.
Oh wow. Oh jeez.
I ruined it.
Yeah. you
Rewind.
Rewind. There's the easy one. I'm sure everyone at home shouting it out.
I'm drawing blanks.
Jackie Chan. Jackie.
You teed it up for me, probably. I still don't know it. We'll figure it out.
Jackie Kennedy.
Jackie Kennedy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dead Kennedys.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. That was 8.
No, I think that was it 9? I think it was 9. We can't get away with it on that one. Okay.
What you were looking for was Jack Black? No?
No.
Okay, never mind. I'm out.
For Jackie Kennedy?
Oh,
No,
Kung
for,
Fu.
for
I
Kung
could have
Fu.
gone.
No, Kung Fu, I was thinking everyone was Kung Fu fighting.
I was trying to think of that, but I was I thought that was too long.
I went to Jack
Like-
Black Kung Fu
Oh,
Panda.
I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
here's the
but
title.
that is what I thought of.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was effective, but I thought it was outside the parameters. So that's on me.
Fair.
But that was yeah.
Got you.
For where we were. Yeah,
Got
that was
you
where
were
we're.
right. You're right.
So how does it do that? Well, so what we do is DJ Midnight gives us one word, and then we roll a die, and then we try to get. Oh no! How does it do that? QR codes. QR codes. Do you know how they work? It's magic. It is magic. So let's just get right into this. This is just going to be some infotainment
Infotainment.
information. Maybe not as much entertainment, just information. QR codes. I'm just going to dive right into this.
Dive right in.
So QR codes, they replace barcodes. You guys know barcodes.
Yeah.
It's the things you scratch up on your chocolate milk so that the clerk has to shake it for you. And then you got your chocolate milk shooken.
Genius.
It was on some
Never
commercial.
have to shake again.
Never. So how do barcodes work? They're a modern day one-dimensional barcode used by a scanner reading the laser detects the pattern. Detecting patterns. So when the laser is of a particular frequency, it sweeps across the barcode and some light is absorbed while the rest is reflected. So that's basically how it all started, is barcodes.
Barcodes. Okay.
And so barcodes, listen, what I'm going to tell you right here, we got the barcodes. And so barcodes really can go up to about 20 digits of amount of information.
So is each line, is the uniqueness of a barcode like a combination of different thicknesses, or is it like binary where like a thin line is like 0?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like it might just be this I don't know exactly, but it's but yeah, it is like, thicker ones in absence of like they all mean something.
Because I was just gonna say there's so many products out there.
So many.
How is it possible that like those little barcodes could just be that unique?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think we're gonna get into that here in a little bit.
Okay.
So
combination.
A little combination. So what does it stand for? QR code? You know what the QR stands for?
Quick reading codes.
Yes, I believe that is correct.
Really? Give me some, Midnight.
Let me just double check that. I've missed my place. So QR code is a machine-readable code consisting of an array of black and white squares, typically used for storing URLs or other information reading by the camera or a smartphone. QR code is initialism for, quick response. I'm sorry. I couldn't find it. I had to read.
Quick response.
Yes, DJ Midnight is spot on.
High five.
He's on it.
Some for Midnight.
So it's a matrix barcode or two-dimensional barcode. So barcodes.
The Keanu barcode.
Yeah. Where are we taking this?
It's a
Crazy code.
So yeah, barcodes.
Can we
are
just start calling them Keanu
codes?
Keanu codes. I'm
like
gonna be
it.
like, what are you talking about?
Actually,
They're a matrix barcode.
We'll get into that. With something else that might reference Keanu, so maybe at that point we'll bring up the Keanu code.
Nice. Okay.
So they can adapt more information in the vertical and horizontal aspects, and I'm sure we'll get into it a little bit more. But so the original, they got. Model 1 and Model 2. Model 1, the original QR code, is a code capable of coding 1,167 numerals, with its maximum version being 14. So 73 by 73 squares, those tiny little squares. So that could be
each represents a number?
Just the pattern, that they do, all represents something.
So how
references.
many potential combinations is that?
That's
What you're getting
That's
to next.
possibly. I don't even know if I found that, but that is a question I
Way
had.
more than a Rubiks Cube.
Exactly. There's so many. But so Model 2, QR code created by improving Model 1 so that the bar can read smoothly and even if distorted in some way. QR codes are printed on curved surface or reading machines are distorted due to the reading angle can be read efficiently by referring to an alignment pattern embedded in them. So that's those big squares in the corners.
Yeah.
Those are alignment. So usually there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
And that helps you any orientation because you can read what is it? QR codes, not bar. I was going to say barcodes. What am I talking
You mean
about?
Keanu Code?
Keanu Code. Sorry. So you can read those from 360, like going around it. Like if you took it
Upside down.
upside down.
way,
If DJ
47
Midnight, you and
degrees.
myself all had a barcode in the middle, we all took a picture from our angle.
That's what I
It
noticed
was all-
about QR codes. They're
Yes.
so handy because it's just like, oh, it's up there on the screen, and everyone.
Yeah.
At the Super Bowl party, there's your uncle who's
Yep.
eating wings standing next to the TV, and he's taking it from like a 20-degree angle, and he still got it.
With his greasy, saucy
Yeah,
fingers.
But he broke the internet.
So this Model 2 code can encode up to 7,089 numerals, with its maximum version being 40. So 177 by 177.
Oh my god!
So we got squares. So 73 by 73 up to, and then they expanded to 177. So they added 104.
104.
Yeah, which is with maths just exponentially more, like percentage wise.
You could wrap the number around the Earth 20 times.
Yeah. Facts.
You know how many squares that is?
Velocity facts.
I don't know because I'm not a square.
Burn to anyone else who is a square.
Thank you.
So there are a few. There's just so much information on QR codes from QR.
Wait, we need a QR code to scan
Yeah.
information.
I'm going to give you guys
QR
this.
code.
We're going to put a QR code in the
Bro.
show notes.
Dude, can we just do this for VelociCast? You heard it here.
Yeah.
We'll do this later. No, we won't.
We're thinkers. We're ideas guys.
Yeah. You have a barcode, right? People scan it, and it brings up a page with another barcode on it. Or another QR code.
That's
another
truly
Keanu code. We're
Keanu
gonna matrix
code.
the shit
Yeah,
out of it.
exactly.
And then somebody else has to scan that barcode. But then it brings up a QR code on their screen. But if you close the window on your screen, this barcode or QR code disappears.
Oh.
The second barcode. So you have to
So you
create a
can't-
chain of QR codes.
So you can't QR
Yeah.
code the original bar or the second
The
or
minute
third
you close
barcode
it-
be with your first barcode.
the minute it closes,
Yeah.
it kills the chain of
Oh, I like
QR
it.
codes. And it's like people got to get together to figure out
I like
how to
it.
Dude, this is a cool idea.
And then it gets to someone at the end, she's like, "You suck." It's like the South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guitar Hero.
You win
Yeah.
absolutely nothing.
That's great.
I think that's a cool
Let's
idea.
ship it. Put it in the
Write it
think box.
Put it in the
we'll
think
get
box.
to it eventually, or
Poke
someone
that
else
frontal
will.
lobe. Poke it.
Yeah.
Yeah, poke it.
So here's a few other
Sorry. Pokey.
Jim Brewer.
That's got to be the thing now. Anytime somebody says poke, go ahead.
No. So we can't get into all this. So QRcode.com. It's the home of the QR code. It's going to have all this, but I just want to get into a few different QR codes. They have micro QR codes, so tiny ones, little itty bitty baby QR codes. You've seen them. It only has one position detection pattern, so that's like one big square in the corner compared to the regular one that has more. Furthermore, QR code requires at least 4 module wide margin, so that's the white space around the outside, whereas the micro one only requires a 2 module. So it's much smaller. It fits in a tight space, and helps for small packages if you need that.
Got it.
So then let's move on to RMQR code, which is the Keanu code. The RMQR
Wait,
code.
is this for real?
Yeah. No, it's a matrix type QR
The
code.
matrix type.
Yeah,
The
so this is
Keanu
the one.
code.
So 2-dimensional code, easy to read and can store large amounts of information while being a rectangular shape that makes it easy. So it's more elongated. It's not square like your standard. So it's more barcodey, but still has the height of the differentiating thing. So it's helps with more information storage.
Got it.
On these things. Then you have the SQRC, which is a single QR code and can carry public data and private data. So this is kind of where you get into what you were saying earlier with barcodes, like there's only so many numbers that you can have referencing, items. Like there's only a finite amount of items. Like how can they all be different?
Could you imagine like being on the machine that's just like creating barcodes and the guy is just like pushing the button and it's like out of barcode. And he pushes again, out of barcodes. What?
What do we do now?
Yeah, what do we? How are we gonna sell the ice cream? He just like looks over and there's just like 20 million different flavors of ice cream. He just like sucked them all up. There's like blueberry, very very blueberry, very very blueberry. Blueberry, very, very blueberry. It's like this mother effer just taking all the barcodes for his ice cream brands. He's like, well, some people don't like too much blueberry. Some people like a lot of blueberry. What are you gonna do? Sue me? And you're like, the whole world sues him because there's like
no barcodes left.
No more
It's a barcode monopoly.
And he's just like, use your gosh dang QR Keanu codes. People are like, we don't want to. They look weird.
They're too elongated.
Yeah.
I like the symmetry. The symmetry. So SQRC codes. So those ones you need a cryptographic key to.
You and I are both over here just like.
My brain is still stuck on blueberry, berry, banana, pineapple, berry, me, my berry.
So basically that
Slow
means
down for midnight. Slow down.
So basically you need a device to scan it. Like any QR code a phone can read.
Okay.
But a SQRC one, that one you can set up where it needs a specific device that has a lock code on it.
Oh, that's cool.
So
like it's like because I've seen this, right? Because they there's this app when you sign up to get your what's it called, the global
driver's
entry.
license.
Global entry. When you sign up to get your global entry, like you have to register all your stuff at a very specific time. So you need to get one of these like, what is it even called? It's like a lock chain thing where it like regenerates a code that hooks into the US government and it refreshes it every like 30 seconds.
Oh.
Wow.
So you have to like open up your tab for the government, then you gotta like jump in and you gotta like type it in, otherwise it'll reset. That's kind of what you're talking about, that like you probably have like some sort of blockchain thing on your phone. And then
either that one or just because it is a regular QR code and anyone can read it, they have to refresh it so often because, anyone could get it. So if it's the same for, 24 hours, like, you're likely to be the only one to get it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the SQRC ones that it's more private information, it'll be like a scanner or something. Yeah. Like not a phone. So it requires an extra level of the device that you're scanning with. So
interesting.
I know we're like I took way too long, but I'll just hop in real quick. So it's high capacity encoding of data, several more than a barcode. Like I said before, barcodes 20 digits, QR codes up to
77.
Yeah, 7,000.
Yeah,
characters can be encoded into one symbol. So their small printout size is much better, more compact. Here we go. The kanji and the kana compatibility in the Keanu codes.
What?
Yeah, exactly. What's kanji? What's kana? Kanji is a system.
I kanji understand.
Kanji, I'm gonna make you fully.
Wait, we got a third type? The fully QR code.
So this is a Japanese invention. So here we go. System of Japanese writing using Chinese characters. That's kanji. Compare it with kana.
Up and down?
Sure. It's the symbols themselves.
Sorry.
And then kana. Systematic syllabic writing used for Japanese, having two forms, the hiragana and the katakana. So, yeah, you're wondering what's hiragana and katakana. Good thing I did the work. Hiragana, the more cursive and more widely used form of kana. Syllabic writing used in Japanese, especially used for function words and inflections. Compare it with katakana. Katakana, the more angular form of kana. Syllabic writing used in Japanese, primarily used for words of foreign origin. Compare with hiragana. Hiragana.
Keep going.
That was just a loop.
Jesus Christ.
He's just trying to be like way on it, just in case he gets fact checked. You want a QR code?
But yeah, I thought that was like what is kanji and kana? And then that just went into this little rabbit hole.
Yes.
So one huge thing I found is they're dirt and damage resistant QR codes. So
Indestructible.
indestructible. So data can be restored even if the symbol is partially dirtied or damaged. Maximum of 30% of code words. Number 1 here, we got another rabbit hole. 1, a code word is a unit that constructs the data area. In the case of QR code, 1 code word is equal to 8 bits. So
You said unit.
unit. And then can be restored. Bullet number 2, rabbit hole. Data restoration may not be fully performed depending on the amount of dirt or damage. So 30% of it can be damaged, basically. And
it'll still read it.
Yeah.
These are powerful little buggers, man.
Are
30%. That's pretty handy.
Yep.
Unfortunately for you, just to tie it all back in, that means you're not going to get them to do the shake weight chocolate milk at the register.
No, that's what. Yeah, that's it. Only works with the bar. It's the barcode trick.
Really get in there and scratch off 40%. You're like,
So, and the one kind of like interesting I found. So there's structure appending feature. So QR codes can be divided into multiple data areas. And conversely, information stored in multiple QR code symbols can be reconstructed into a single data symbol. So one data symbol can be divided into up to 16 symbols, allowing printing in narrow areas. So that's taking, a square and then dividing it into fourths and taking those squares into singular bits of information.
Is that why there's like little mini baby barcodes on some products? You ever see those? They're like only like 3 by 3
like a QR.
blocks.
Yeah.
They're like 3 by 3 blocks.
Yeah.
It's just like
it's got enough of that info. Either that's a micro one or that's part of a bigger one.
Okay. Yeah.
Or like depending on, because a big block might take up too much, but they can go across the bottom and separate them, and it might make more sense.
Wow.
So that was the biggest thing. So just a quick history. October 1997, approved as AIM International Automatic Identification Manufacturers International Standard. So that was 1997. Excuse me. Come all the way to December of 2011. There was a few things in between, but it became the International Standardization Organization deemed it, or was approved as a standard for mobile phones. So.
Okay. That's why I see them.
Integrated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, it's integrated. Yeah. If you had to get a QR code tattoo, what would it link it to? What would it link to?
Face of me just going. That or the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I would set up an automatic payment app, where it's just like
he's helping the
it's
world.
on the back of your hand. You're just like, oh, dude, what's your QR code? It's like, snap it and find out, bro. And they take a picture. You just sent Nick $10.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Non-refundable.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yep.
Hey, well, you can't do that. Hey, man, you snapped my tattoo. What
You sent me the Bitcoin. It's blockchain,
my
baby.
Keanu. My Keanu code, bro. Matrix. Learn about it.
Yeah, it's just brilliant putting that on your hand. It's almost so brilliant that it reminded me of New Game. That we've been testing New Game for this brilliant indie game studio downstairs. New Game is totally great. Has everything you could want from the new RR technology. That's right, real reality gaming we're talking about here. It's amazing. You literally feel everything happening in game because it's happening to you in reality while you play New Game. I do not recommend getting shot in first-person shooter section, but the romantic cutscenes, they are a blast. Goo! Head on over to your preferred video game storefront today and use code VCPod Test Run to get the first season beta pass free. This is not an actual product, service, or idea. Just in case you thought it was, it's not. If there is something out there with the same name, we are unaware and have no affiliation, often no judgment on the actual product, service, or idea.
I always forget about the second refrain. And then,
Nice.
I'm going to get it someday. Just put it in a reminder in a Keanu code.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're hitting our middle section here. It's a little bit of a bigger one. It's robust. It's awesome. It's amazing. This is our standard. This is what Velocity Chaos is built on, man. A lot of stuff, really fast. So try to keep up. We're doing Buzzkill. That's right. DJ Midnight is going to run the board. He has a randomized timer that will essentially cut us off and move us on to other segments and topics within the Buzzkill segment. Every time timer runs out, you're going to hear this sound, which is the worst sound on the planet, but that's why we make sure it's in our podcast. So anyway, Buzzkill is one of our favorites for all the people who have heard this before, jump right in. We're going to cruise through some stuff. For all you newbies, buckle up, wrap it up, because it's going to get splooshy. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Midnight. Hit us up.
All right. Your subject today is farmers.
A lot.
I am a farmer now.
I'm an ice cream farmer. You got blueberry, you got berry blueberry. You got lots of blueberry. You got blueberry.
You're a QR code farmer.
QR code farmer. Hey, there's probably people out there who do that.
So many.
If you had to be a farmer, what would your product be?
Well, I have one singular product.
Well, I mean, all right, fine.
I like
three.
corn. Corn's great.
Pick three. McChicken.
You're a chicken farmer.
No, I was saying pick three or whatever that's.
Oh, yeah.
Don't they have a pick three deal? I don't know.
Pick two.
Pick two.
It's a pick two.
What?
You buy one, get one for $1.
What is this? I
Yeah,
thought this was America.
Yeah.
Where more is more.
Yeah.
If I was a farmer, because farmers the bedrock of this country, soy. Getting soy.
Farmers and truckers.
I.
Soy and what else? Or is it just soy?
You know what? I know what I'd be.
Yes.
I would be a sheep farmer for the wool.
You gonna shear sheep?
Shear sheep.
Get those sheep shorn?
I'm gonna shore them up.
Yeah.
My farm's gonna be down by the seashore.
Seashore.
Okay. I'm gonna shore the sheep by the seashore.
Nick had just shorn a sheep over there.
I'm gonna change my last name to Sunny Shore.
I was actually just thinking
Sunny Shore on the shore.
before you guys came, I was in my garden. I'm like, I'm not a farmer. I'm a gardener.
That's not the point of the segment.
It's not, but I thought about farming, so that's what led me to think of gardening.
So, favorite vegetable in your garden?
I like zucchini.
Okay.
Zucchini's
Chop them up,
good.
fry them up.
Pickles. Actually, I like pickles.
Could you pickle farmer? There you go.
Yeah, make a bunch of pickles.
Your subject is jail.
Wow, the slammer,
The clink.
the iron curtain.
You said it best when you said slammer.
The joint.
How you breaking out of prison, or are you just sitting there, just waiting for your sentence? You have a life sentence.
I'm pulling a Shawshank. Man.
Yeah.
Andy Dufresne.
Just getting that spoon.
Just get that Marilyn Monroe or whoever that was. Put her up on the wall, chipping away.
I need a
Getting lots of trouble.
big poster.
I like the idea. Did you ever see Hogan's Heroes?
No, I should have.
We should make a set. So Hogan's Heroes is about these POW camps, POWs that were in a German prisoner of war camp, and they like stayed in the camp and then would do like missions in Germany. One, I think we should do a remake TV show. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And two, I think that could be funny if they were like prisoners who like came in and out of the prison, but were like out doing crime and came back in. Oh, I was in prison, man.
Yeah.
What are you talking
I was here the whole time.
We saw you. We have pictures of you. I don't know who that is.
It must be my twin that I don't have.
Yeah.
What about if you were in prison and you're just like, why is everyone gonna be so hostile? If we could just, everyone just calm down. We're all here in the same situation.
Yeah.
Just relax. Why you don't have to?
If we all revolt at the same time.
Yeah, or that.
At least 10 of us are getting out of here.
Your subject is barbecues.
Okay. How did barbecue get okay. This is really bothering me. This actually bothered me a long time, Dr. Luke. You have the barbecue, right?
Yep.
Like the barbecue could be the grill or it could be the event, right? That's a barbecue,
that's
right?
the
You can
question.
go to them or you can use them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you got barbecue sauce. But
You can only exclusively use those at barbecues.
But that's not true. People use it for deep, like barbecue sauce. Is that just because it comes from the term of like using a sauce at a barbecue?
It's the smoky flavor that probably originally what barbecues were used like cooking with.
So barbecue, we should just assume is the grill, right? Because everything came from the grill.
I would think. Yeah, I think that's what barbecuing.
That's a
is.
barbecue.
And I think people misuse. We're going to go to a barbecue. I mean,
So where the heck did that term come from? That's a freaking party knowledge.
I guess it is. It's just people picked it up as a colloquialism.
Yeah. So but
we're going to the barbecue. I guess it's the event of something being barbecued.
you just got a Benny over there, just like, hey, you want to grill today? You mean barbecuing? Why do you call it that? Just cause.
It's on a bar and it BQ. That's
It's
why.
so cute. It's so cute. Anyway,
Okay.
thank you for. So yeah, I think I got to be the grill.
We worked. Yeah, it's. I think. Yeah, that's what the
I'll start
true
with the grill.
BBQ
Grill, then it became a verb, and then it became an event, and then it became a sauce.
is.
Right.
BBQ different than actually spelled out barbecue? Is there a difference between BBQ and or is that just a shortened version of barbecue?
Your subject is gravity.
Oh, what a drag!
Always keeps me down. Keeps bringing me down.
Oh man, gravity.
Yeah, I thought you had some. I was gonna let you run.
I don't know, man. Like I think gravity is like okay. There's just a few things in life that are definitely not changing and conditional. Like gravity being one of them.
That's what we think.
And we don't think about it often enough.
What if it does fluctuate?
What if you just say gravity? No.
No.
And then you just start floating away.
Is that your superpower?
Yeah.
Is it-
Every time you take off, everyone's I'll be there in 30 minutes. Gravity, shut up.
Some of those days where you just feel like heavy. Like I wonder if the Earth just is spinning slightly faster.
Or it's just like
Like-
I'm really gonna get this asshole today.
Yeah. Or like every morning when people like step on the scale, this Earth kind of spins a little faster, so it makes you seem like you're a little heavier. Just keep
Is that what gives gravity? I thought gravity was from mass
mass divided by rate times width
plus the spin.
plus spin. Nah. I don't even know what I just said.
From? Yeah,
E equals MC squared.
Your subject is Heelys.
Oh, dang. That. I thought that was going to be the transportation of the future.
that was the only escape from gravity. He was
Yeah.
zipping around.
You're not holding me back. I'm going to Heely over here. Do some sweet Heely tricks.
How far could you Heely before the muscle on the front of your foot just is like, please stop. Like when you're on a drum kit, like that's the first thing that starts hurting.
Yeah.
Like that's the position a Heely is in.
I have a confession.
Yeah.
I've never Heelied.
Oh, okay.
I need a Heely vention.
I have a confession too. I've never Heely.
Dang. We're just a bunch of schmoes.
Heely
never
virgins.
healing. Never got. We never bought expensive things.
I'm glad
so-
we could come out on our podcast.
Yeah, we came out.
Your subject is Mexico.
Definitely been to Mexico.
I had tacos last night. Is that offensive? Like
Mexico came to Luke
it did.
in his
I
mouth.
was very gassy all day.
Mexico.
Is that the place with the giant Jesus? It's like way up.
I think you're thinking Rio de
There's
Janeiro.
that
Brazil.
Venezuela.
There's a couple of those Jesus.
There's a few of those.
There's one in Nicaragua I went to, and one in Mexico, and one in Brazil. I've always wanted to go to the Mayan ruins. That's the one thing I want to check out. So
How much uncharted territory is there, or like how much history was forgotten, lost history of these like ancient civilizations that were so advanced or beyond? Like they had so many things figured out, and then we got sick. That's probably
lot.
happened. A
a lot of wisdom.
We'll never
The
know.
Toltecs were like they're Greek philosophers apparently, and
Yep.
there's a lot of writings that some of them handed down through generations. I mean, it's a very it's interesting because it took like the family unit and the practicality of like Native Americans, and then it took like the very familial like bonds of the Spanish, and
Yeah.
like kind of combined them together. So
And then they gave us Olmec for Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Your subject is Rubik's Cubes.
Oh, made by Mr. Rubik.
Johann Rubik, right?
Well,
Or
something like that.
Something like that.
Check out episode whatever it was for Rubik's Cube. When did you learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube?
I think I was like 13, 14.
Nerd.
Well, I mean, I looked at the instructions. I got one for Christmas. It was a cheap gift.
But
My
when-
parents were like, "Oh, this is perfect. It costs less than $10."
But when did you figure out how to do it without having to look?
I mean,
Or did you just
once you learn how to do it,
Yeah. I mean, looking at because when I first got them, I would, put it into those solvers online, and then it'd tell you, oh, nice, I did it. Finally, I know how to twist this thing. It tells me. And then sometimes you still even get it wrong. But
wow, that was always all the way back in episode 46, I think.
46, go check
Yep.
it out.
Yeah.
But the best part of learning Rubik's Cube, because I learned a method that you only need to know two different types of turns.
That's what I was saying. Like I learned the
Yeah.
theory behind it. I didn't like. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, now turn left, now turn right, now click, click, click.
Yeah.
I think Rubik's cubes. If you're fast, it's a good little party trick
Yeah. I'm not.
that I don't think
fast.
anybody would be that impressed by.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
You're like, hey, watch this. I can solve a Rubik's cube
in
party
3
like,
minutes.
3 hours later, like you're like, I did it. There's like the host is like, go home.
Yeah. No, it's fun.
Your subject is puking.
It's the worst thing ever. I hate it. It's, if I could abolish one thing from me ever doing,
I
it's
could
puking.
banish one human impulse.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be to yell. It wouldn't be to get angry. It would be stop.
No,
puking.
stopping puke. It's the worst thing because I do like the machine gun puke, where it's just like you get the and then before you can catch your breath, the next one's like.
I do think that there's a very distinct change in men. Like when you're a teenager or a kid and you like puke and you're like, ah. And then like you get to college and like you have a bad night and it's like the last 3 days of stuff.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Why was that still in there?
your cheeks are like literally flapping. And it's just like, you're like, I didn't know I could fit that much volume of stuff in me.
Yeah. It's gross.
The acidic stuff is the top.
Vomit is, I think, the one. There's like two things, and vomit is like the one of the things that anyone can tell what that smell is.
Well, because I was gonna say that's the one funny thing about vomit. It must be built into like our human DNA, like into the evolution of like when you smell somebody else vomit like near you, you're like, we all ate something bad, like you know the herd thing of just like everyone dump it.
Yeah.
And that's why I think we get that terrible.
Flip the table.
Yeah.
Your subject is stunt pilots.
Oh, you get all the ladies or all the guys.
Probably, yeah.
You get to choose whatever you want at that
whatever
point.
you want. You're a hero.
You're a freaking hero.
You take someone on there, and then
Stunt
you
pilot. You're like driving a little like Cessna plane. And you're like, watch what I can do.
you have a passenger, and they're like, "Oh my god, we're gonna die!" And you nose diving, and then you like pull out of it and do a flip and stuff, and like, yeah, but we didn't. And then now they're indebted to you because of the implication.
They have a debt, death or a life debt to you.
Yeah.
Now.
They have
You
to
just
do
keep
whatever you say.
You're like, hey, free rides. You just keep,
In
you owe
more
me-
ways than
you
one.
owe me now. Oh,
Yeah.
and then I have a list of 30,000 people who owe me a favor.
Can you handle those G-forces? The amount of G-forces that they take.
I got favors in every port.
Every strip.
You're just like bopping around. Like, what do you need? You're like with friends, like, what do you need? What do you need? And they're like, I just wanted another beer. He like calls the guy, and he just sent me $10. Oh, what? Remember that one time I saved your life?
Just pulling it. I got a guy.
doing
He's
air
the guy
shows?
that he truly has a guy for everything.
Yeah, because he just people.
I need a duck.
There's like 10 people around his house at all times
Yeah.
doing things.
I need
Your subject is James Bond.
die another day.
He did.
He did once.
Do you think the new one's gonna be a woman?
Oh, that's right.
As
They're,
in the next film after July 13th, 2022.
is
Because that's what today is.
Daniel
That we're
Craig.
recording this.
Oh, is Daniel Craig's done.
He's done so, yeah.
He said, "I'm done," or they just don't want him anymore.
Dude, that guy had an injury on every single film.
Oh,
like
really?
I don't know. I think it was his elbow or his knee like blew out. Like that guy got beat.
Who's your James Bond?
Oh, that have existed?
Yeah.
Daniel Craig.
Okay. I was Pierce Brosnan.
You're a Pierce guy.
I mean, I'm not a Pierce guy, but that was just who I thought James Bond was. I mean, of course, it's Sean Connery,
yeah, Sean Connery.
but I grew up like early '90s. It's like, oh, that's James Bond. It's Pierce
Sure.
Brosnan.
Sean Connery and Craig are up there for me.
Yeah.
But I think it's a generational thing. But
Yep.
that's what's the magic about him. He just keeps coming around.
Yeah, or her coming up here in the future. Which I mean, I have my issue is like you can make a female secret agent, but I feel like James Bond is James Bond. Like, make something equivalent as a female, like that.
006.
That's
Spin-off.
cool with me. Make a spinoff. That'd be great.
And
but
plus, there's this big conversation going around of like things just like turning female, which is kind of in some ways a backhanded way of doing it.
yeah,
Rather than just creating something new.
exactly. Yeah, like make it your own. And if you want a female lead, do it. I'm all for
They
that.
tried with what, the 355 or 366 or 377, whatever that movie was.
Ghostbusters.
Chastain.
Your subject is podcasts.
Anyone can do it.
Yeah, they suck.
That's the great thing about it. And the worst thing about it is anyone can do it.
They're not that good.
It could just be 3 dudes in a basement making up names about where they're at.
Somebody's got to have thought of that already, though. Right?
Yeah. That's what it could be. And then just hoping people listen.
Do you think like if somebody was listening to this right now, like they'd like this podcast?
I would like it.
Like,
I think someone else would like
this is
it.
a podcast, or
I believe so.
okay.
I believe we could label this as infotainment.
Like if we were recording a podcast right now,
yeah,
would it be a good, like kind of good one?
Our last one, no. This one, I think this one's going all right.
Okay. I'm trying to go meta with this.
Yeah.
So Nick and Luke, when you guys are 70 years old and you listen to this episode of this podcast, like just write a review on Instagram or send an email to velocitychaospodcast.com or at gmail.com.
We're probably just going to be beaming technology from our brains at that point.
Yeah. But this is a message for older us.
Yeah, older us. Give us some kind words.
You did a good job. You did something. Episode 71.
Yeah. That's it. We did it.
That's kind of a really kind of like dark look into the future. Just like, whoa.
I was going with the meta. I was like, all right, we're gonna live in the metaverse.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, that's gonna be fun someday. I'm telling you, 30 years from now, we're gonna listen to that. We're gonna be like, holy shit, we were dumb idiots.
Like, what are your kids gonna think when they listen to the Velocity Chaos podcast? They're like, whoa.
I look back on my life 5 years ago and I think, wow, what a dumb idiot.
The kids are going to be like, if I can't download it directly into my brain, I don't want it.
Yeah.
If I can't download the information in the computer chip that I've attached to my brain, not interested. But you can, because the version of Spotify at that point will probably be so advanced. The algorithm will auto recommend this to literally everyone on the planet because it's just so enriched with opinion and terrible opinions. All right. Well, I cooled off there a little bit. I can tell DJ Midnight's like giving me the whole like, oh, this is awkward scratch.
I'm giving you. I got funky. Never mind.
Oh, bro. Well, hang it. Anyway, the last segment. It was a good one. I need to tell you about canned heat though. If you are getting chilly this winter, you need a warm up on chilly summer nights, or just want a little zest in the bedroom, then you need to get yourself some canned heat ASAP, brother. The moment you crack the lid, canned heat will take it up a notch in whatever room you're in for about 5 minutes. It's the perfect answer to all your heat boosting needs. You can get a whole rack of big ass cans of canned heat for 34% off when you use the online order code VCPOD Big Cans at checkout. This is not an actual product service idea, just in case you thought it was. It's not. If there's something out there with the same name, we are unaware and have no affiliation. Offer no judgment on the actual product service idea.
Boom. Here we are. Our next segment of the show, we have Master Debaters. Nick and I are going to go toe-to-toe because DJ Midnight, he's got some questions on his mind that he has to decide. And Nick and I, we'll pick some sides here and debate it out for him, give DJ Midnight, a little bit more information, maybe another new perspective on
opponent. Good luck.
What's going on? Good luck.
Good luck.
So DJ Midnight, what's been tickling your noggin?
I've been really worried about the future and the kind of conflicts I'm going to get into, and I want to know what you guys think. Would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I think, you got.
I have a strong opinion about this.
Me too. I think you got to go quantity over quality. I think that's easier.
No.
A bunch of duck-sized horses. I think that's it's more fulfilling, and I think that's
slaughtering multiple animals.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, we just learned something about our friend Midnight. No. No, I disagree. I think if you have one single target,
okay,
you're focused in, you're locked in on your opponent. You know what you need to do, or you have look. If that duck is coming at you, man, if that duck is hurtling at you, and it's just one, you have time to get out of the way, and then you have time to repose and kind of just like create a plan of taking that one big animal down.
And this is these either the duck-sized horse or the 100 horse-sized ducks. Wait, no, scratch that, reverse it. The one duck-sized horse. No, the 100 duck-sized horses or the one horse-sized duck. They're intending to attack you, right? Like we gotta have this situation where what their motive is to eliminate you. Your motive is to eliminate them.
Look at this. Look, he's asking a question during a debate.
Yeah.
Were you listening at the top of the debate? Come on. This guy says he's a professional politician.
Hey, I mean, I just want to clarify so people aren't confused at home.
Scorched earth, man. Any type of mutinous piece of filth that is larger than its God-given right to be should be completely excommunicated from this planet immediately and with extreme and excessive force.
Oh, wow. That's how you feel about all these animals?
Get it right. We'll do it live.
I just want what are the parameters of us encountering these animals? It's
He's trying to get into pseudosciences over there.
yeah, of course. I want it to be.
The question is straightforward. If a herd of 100 duck-sized horses came hurtling towards you, what would you do with malintent?
That's what. So you said yes. You answered my question in the most obnoxious way.
You prefer. Yes.
So I'm
fight 100
kicking
mini horses.
I do.
Rather than one large duck.
Yeah, average duck. I'd say they're probably 2 feet. About maybe 2.5 pounds at most.
2 feet. What kind of ducks have you seen?
Okay, a little smaller than that.
I'm just undermining your position.
Yeah. No, I said that's probably like an average. So
this guy doesn't even know how to measure.
What?
You're gonna believe a guy who can't even in our beautiful, wonderful system of inches and feet, like none of those centimeters and crap out there. I'm looking at you, my American people, my American fellows out there. This guy can't even use a ruler.
What do you mean? I gave you feet. He said,
you think a duck is 2 feet?
Yeah, look it up.
I think my opponent is getting heated here.
You're the what? I don't think so. He's the one throwing accusations out.
All right, well, answer the question.
You're attacking the answeree rather than attacking the question, which makes me believe that you would not fare well against a duck-sized horse. No, a horse-sized duck. a very large duck. Weighing in.
Why is that?
The force that duck can generate. So that duck, it could generate a lot of wind with that. It would knock you on your ass, peck you to bits in seconds. Whereas a bunch of duck-sized horses, here we go. They're tiny. They're frail. I'd just be kicking and stomping and just put on my shit kickers and so I'm stomping skulls.
The problem with your theory is that 100 is a lot. So you got fatigue problems, and you have also some issues with the bite power, right? Duck has no teeth, right? So even if that thing gets me in his bill, first of all, it's like flat. It's like getting squeezed between like two hinged pieces of plywood. That's nothing for the average male adult, the average American blue-blooded American male. That is not going to be a problem to get out of. But if you got even say you kill 15 of those horses, the first encounter, right? The first volley of attack, right? And say you get bit by 50% of whatever's left over, right? That's 40 bites from miniature horses, right? Those horse bites are going to be little nibbles out of your legs, little nibbles. And I'm talking about, you ever been bit by a horse?
No.
Well, you should try it sometime because it ain't fun. Flat palming it. All I'm saying is they're taking bites out of your Achilles heel.
Tiny bites.
They're taking little tiny bites out of your Achilles tendon. That doesn't take that much to get Achilles tendon snapped. All of a sudden you're on the ground and they're swarming. They're all over.
My high knees. I practiced. I did track.
Got your waders on.
Oh yeah.
You killing these horses in the water, in the mud, in the grass.
No, I do think it would be easier because it's quicker. You're just swinging legs. For the most part, as long as you keep moving, they can't grab onto nothing. And the fatigue, but I think I can get through most of them And I'd rather get through those than fight a horse-sized duck.
I want to just concede a point to my fellow opponent just to show that I'm a reasonable person, right? Ducks can grow up to 2 feet, sometimes up to 30 inches. So I want to concede that point.
So you can take that, homeboy. No, so he's attacking information that he doesn't even know is accurate information.
Fake news.
So I mean, just DJ Midnight, take that.
You can run and tell that, homeboy.
Exactly. You could take that information with anything else, other information he's putting out there. We don't know how accurate his information is.
I conceded the point, so I showed a reasonable side of myself. So you gotta take a reasonable person's view on things, and in this case, a reasonable person is telling you that it'd be much easier to deal with a horse-sized duck than a bunch of duck-sized horses. That's
several. That's we're looking at 500 pounds of duck coming at you.
One kill stroke, one spear to the eye, and it's over.
Oh, so now we have weapons. So we have weapons now. Before
I always have a spear with me.
Yeah. I thought this was bare hands.
Bare hands. Still you're swatting at 100 varmint, 100 of them.
That's a
lot of work.
I'll take my chances.
I'm sorry, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of Chihuahua-sized animals. That's a lot of. That's also a lot of bloodshed and murder and terrible things to put before your eyes. Where with the duck, you just wrap your arms around that thin neck,
and
you just hold on tight and squeeze and you whisper. There you go. That was it. That was the sound of me squeezing the neck.
And then
you just rub your face.
It's flying, flopping.
Rub your face.
It flies up into the air,
into that soft,
hundreds
downy
of feet, and then it kamikazes and just kills both of you.
You steer it down first, and you're whispering to it, sleep tight, sweet prince, sleep tight, go to sleep, and it's peaceful. There's no blood, no nothing.
You think you could do that with a horse?
You put that mutation out of its problem.
With an actual horse, do you think you can wrap your arms around that?
I'm killing a duck.
I know, but I'm saying something that large.
What are you killing?
Something that large. Do you think you could actually it's like taking on like a giant bear, just the size. Like, have you ever seen a horse? Have you ridden a horse? They are huge.
But we're talking about a duck here, so relative to its body size, if you scale it up to the size of a horse, I still think its neck is quite reasonable.
It's going to wing you. It's going to break a clavicle right across the neck.
With what? Feathers?
With their wings. You think they're all made of feathers? He thinks ducks are made completely of feathers. And they have no bone structure.
They don't. They're all hollow bone little guys.
He eats boneless wings. You trust someone that eats boneless wings? There's no
record of that. There's no record of that out there. No record.
Let's wind back to our segment on wings. He's a boneless wing guy.
That's fake news.
I'm a boneless wing guy myself. All right, DJ Midnight, we're not getting anywhere.
Well,
have we gotten you somewhere?
Break this filibuster.
All mudslinging aside, I find it incredibly terrifying to fight 100 horses. I mean, that's just, at first they were 1 foot, now they're 2 foot each. That's a lot of feet. So,
even better if your ducks are only 1 foot tall. So that's even better.
I looked up the average; they're 2 feet. The man knows what he's talking about.
If I have to take down one single horse without. One single horse-sized duck without all that murder on my mind, I think that's what I'm going to have to go with.
The carnage. Some of us are just not built for carnage the way you are, Luke.
I love it.
You would trust this man for office, the horse slaughtering office.
I got
the minister of horse slaughtering.
I will do what it takes.
Duck dealing.
You know how many people I could feed? 100 families getting
horse meat.
Yep, getting duck-sized horses. No, horse-sized ducks. It's confusing.
All right, no harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. Friends.
Don't be a hero, mate. You look after your mates, and your mates will always look after you. Yeah, cheers.
Here we are going down under. I saw this, or I heard this story a while ago, and I was like, oh, let's do it. You got to see this on this one. But then as I was watching it, I saw it was in Australia. So I was like, well, let's do an Australia segment. So there is a video. We'll put the link in. Man faked tripping.
This is Aussie news, by the way.
Australia news. Did I say that?
I don't think you did.
Oh.
You said it happened in Australia.
Yeah. Man faked tripping up in order to drop 20 kilograms of weight on fellow gym goer's head. So with conversion, that's over 7 pounds. It's 45 pounds, 44 pounds.
Brutal.
What was it 2.2 something? We don't know conversion. Wow. So if you watch the video, but they're the only two in the gym. The target, he's doing a bench press with some dumbbell press, laying down.
Yeah.
Totally susceptible, totally open. And the other guy picks up the weights.
What?
He's walking, fake trips, and just slams down on the guy's head.
What?
Ridiculous.
Why?
Yeah. So Shane Ryan, 33, initially said it was an accident while this happened. Psycho. But before the case went to trial, he changed the story and accepted it. It was deliberate.
What? Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, I did that on purpose.
Now that I did it, yeah.
What?
So there were some skull fractures and stuff, and
Was the guy knocked out?
No, he was still kind of with it, but out of it. And then the guy that did it ended up, calling an ambulance and stuff. And
so he's like, "What do you think would happen if I just popped this guy with 45 pounds of metal?"
Psycho.
Like, no, I'm serious. Like,
Yeah.
you have a whole gym. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
If I was the judge, I'd be like, "This is concerning in more ways than one."
Yeah. So yeah, he acted as he injured his ankle, stumbling with his head in his hands. And
no,
how long did he get in prison for this?
3 years.
3 years. DJ Midnight.
4 months.
4 months. Nailed it. 19 months in prison.
Split the diff.
Minimum 10 months before he's eligible for parole.
Did he have to pay the other guy? Did the other guy sue him? I would have sued that guy.
I'm sure there's more information somewhere in the court case, but yeah, he's
We're not going to read it.
yeah. No, it's not in here.
I don't know, man. That is.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm sure he would have, getting sued for,
And it was caught on camera.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it tripped and fell. Like, man, there's nothing by your feet. Also, why are you walking by another dude? I don't go near people with, like, if I'm carrying weights or if other people are doing stuff, I don't go near them because, like, you never know.
They might ask you to help them.
Oh, yeah. If you're spotting somebody, sure. But
that's another chest hair. These videos of people, like, doing heavy weights and then they ask someone to spot them and then they spot them and then they touch the bar and then those people get mad that they touched the bar even though, like, it wasn't a clean rep.
I would be like, all right, let's do it again.
Yeah.
They're like, you put your hand on top of the bar, like pushing it down.
Just sit down on the bar. Not helping.
Yeah.
Screw
wow,
you,
dude.
man.
So there's a video there.
Yeah, there's a video in there.
If you want to see some violence that has nothing to do with horses or duck-sized horses or horse-sized ducks, you can watch this video in our links below.
Because, I mean, that just goes to show you in life when you're carrying heavy things and you want to put them down, don't put them on someone's head very aggressively. That's the worst possible thing that you can do. Because what you should do is you should put it on a horse-sized duck. Be very aggressive. And you can take that horse-sized duck out. Or, maybe take a 45-pound ball and just roll it over some duck-sized horses. 100 of them. You'll win. It's like whack-a-mole, but roll over a horse. So, and you could be a mini horse farmer, and that can be what you do at your barbecues. You're just barbecuing some horses, and you keep spinning them around just like your Heelys were spinning around town. And you going around Mexico City, solving your Rubiks cube, and you going round and round and round with the stunt pilot. You're puking, you're hurling, you're blowing chunks. You know who would blow chunks on your podcast? James Bond. James Bond's too good for that, because James Bond, he's way ahead of QR codes. He's in. Do you think Keanu's going to be another James Bond? He could be the Keanu Bond, and just making up codes of his own, because that is the future, and he is the future. Go watch the next John Wick in 2023.
That was one of your best. That was great.
Oh, jeez, I don't know what happened.
I blacked out. All right, we are going into the recommendation station. This is the part of the show where we make sure that you don't leave without a great recommendation from us. This is something from our lives that we love. Could be a food, a drink, a beverage, a piece of technology, a product, a movie, a TV show, a musical thing. It could be anything. I could even recommend Luke someday, but I think he's kind of a dastardly debater, so I'm not going to do that. No, today, going to recommend a little piece of tech, okay? Very simple, straightforward, but required for any bar monkey, any guy who hangs out in the dives, any man willing and daring enough to challenge the dartboard. I'm recommending Dartmeister, the app.
Ooh.
You guys actually got this. Got to take this for a spin the other night when we all had a good Velocity Chaos podcast night out on the town. Dartmeister, it tracks 3 different games for multiple players while you are throwing the darts, having a good time with your buddies. It was developed and made by Swift Kick Mobile out of Austin, Texas. These guys did a really nice job. The layout's nice. It's very user-friendly, very intuitive, and it keeps track of the scores across cricket, 01, 301, 501, up and up and up, or Shanghai. Those are the 3 versions of darts that they have currently built in. They have a nice interactive dartboard map to keep track of scores and everything. And the cool thing is the premium version of it's $5. I think I'm gonna get it, but they keep track of all your data.
Oh yeah.
So as you're practicing, if you want to get better at darts, you can see improvement over time, or you can at least see wins and losses for our group of just how dominant I am. At darts.
Shanghaiing us. And just a piece of paper and notepad works just as well. But the thing is, these apps, they make it just so convenient. And the storage of information is so much better than writing it down.
You know what the key is to that? The thing that I love the most? I don't have to do math.
That's right. It does it for you.
No more chalky fingers.
No more chalky fingers. No more dry erase fingers. No more. Yeah, man. Get the app, Dartmeister app. Go get it. It's on the App Store. It's legit. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. Oh, all right. Episode 71 in the books, in the past. It's behind us, in our pants. You know what I'm saying. Guys, glad to be here with you. DJ Midnight, glad you're here, man.
Glad you guys had me out tonight, man. This was a banger. So.
Thanks for really stirring things up between Luke and I. We were good friends up until that happened.
Gravity.
Always trying to get in the middle of our romance, our bromance here. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. Really appreciate hosting Luke with you, our listeners out there, our viewers out there. Guys, we really appreciate our chaotics. It's a lot of fun to just do this podcast and explore the crazy universe that we live in. So come on back anytime. Hit us up on social media. We'd love to hear from you, interact with you. We'd love to get more people involved with the show, designing it, or just letting us know what's really hitting them in the sweet spot. So we will see you next time. This is Nick signing off.
And this is Luke signing off. Thank you guys all so much for being here on this wild and out ride here. If you like the show, tell a friend. Tell a police officer when they pull you over that you were listening to Velocity Chaos podcast and you just had to go fast. You're feeling it in the flow. You're making the connection. But thank you guys again. And like we always say, when the horse is a duck, of course, because the duck is a horse. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We upload new episodes every Monday and Thursday. Be sure to subscribe and rate us on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Interact with us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod or on Facebook and YouTube at Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are grateful for your time and hope you enjoyed it here. Please tell a friend, and thank you once again.